it, or they say, I can't do that, give me something else. You know, my suggestion is take what you want from the show and leave the rest. I'm certainly doing the very best that I can, and time is of the essence. We've got a phone call, and we will, of course, take phone calls throughout the afternoon. I'm tempted to say evening, but let's go ahead, Bill, and let that caller on. Hello, caller.
Hey, this is Mike. How you doing, Alex?
How you doing?
Hey, good. Hey, listen, a couple of things. One, I just wanted to say thanks again for your show, and a couple of things that I am noticing. And one is that yesterday I went to the naturopath clinic just to have some things checked out, and I spoke out against some of these things that were going on, such as like chemtrails, this sort of thing, and surprisingly, I got responses from the doctors there that were saying yes. We were seeing a lot of this in here, and yes, they do believe in this, and yes, they're encouraging people to take naturopathic steps to defend themselves against it, which is, and I go to that clinic quite a bit, and that's the first time that I've experienced people actually not being afraid, that they were willing to actually sit there and, and talk to me about it.
I see like strange behavior out there, and I wonder whether it's caused by the spraying or not, but it's certainly no longer taboo to talk about such issues. People appear to be dazed and confused, getting in accidents or almost getting in accidents, forgetting things, waking up in the morning feeling like you drank Jack Daniels all night, but you didn't. I'm hearing those symptoms from people even in other cities.
And the other thing I just noticed in hunting around in the mainstream news, I'm not sure if you caught this, but on MSN, there was it had a picture and everything of it looks like Microsoft has developed the first prototype where it's a keyboard that is on your arm, and it's projected, and it showed and I was showing the girl I'm dating. They had it all over on the internet, and I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. So that's
right.
The next step is it's a projected keyboard that's on your arm, and that you can and it's has sensory.
And it was only a couple years ago that people went, oh my God, no way. Yeah. It just show you how quickly things are speeding up and moving along in this timeline. And now it's like it's always been this way. What can you do? Look at the front cover of National Geographic for last month is merging of man and machine, just a human arm next to the bionic arm. And the transhumanists believe that this is evolution, to insert ourselves even further into the matrix servers, if you will, databases. We'll live forever. Yes, we're the elite now. Hey, wait a minute. Was there something about overpopulation problem? I mean, you think that technology is for us? And so the question is, why is it really there, and where's it going to take us?
And the last thing, I'd like to just say real quick is that if the people out there are listening, if you're not in favor of body scanners, you might want to speak out against that now, because I was watching today on television. They were having congressional hearings again today, and they had Secretary of Transportation and different people on there speaking, and so if you want to be body scanned on a regular basis, that's coming too, and the money's already been appropriated, and I would encourage people, if you don't want to have that, to speak out. So I'll let you continue to show.
It's a ritual. It's a ritual. Yeah. Thank you, Mike. It's a ritual.
I'll see you tomorrow.
that we're being led through. Yes, I'll see you tomorrow at my coffee shop meetup, which is friends only, by invitation only at this point. I mentioned it for a long time that we had the meetup, and the meetup place closed, and I decided that it's definitely time is of the essence, folks. Time is of the essence. We don't have a whole lot of time left to get prepared. And I know it sounds like fear-mongering. I know you think this is another Y2K. Fact of the matter is, the concerns about computers melting down, for the most part, came from the software companies and the government, in my opinion. This whole cry wolf scenario. Now we know more people are losing their jobs than ever. We're running out of unemployment benefits. They're targeting peaceful media activists like me and saying we're terrorists. I don't know what my future holds. But while I still have this ability to speak to you, I'm praying that you wake up before it's too late, and I'm begging you to take these things very, very seriously. Those of you that are women out there and those of you that are men, I see things about what's coming that bother me very, very much at this time, and it's not funny, and it's not hard to see what's coming, and it's not hard to see how some people are going to react to some of these challenges when they're literally pushed up against the wall. You know, it's not hard to see how people are going to react when they react like caged animals, like they react like a prisoner in a prison yard that divides over racial lines and wondering who's going to shake him and who they're going to shake just to survive. That's what they got us men and women doing. They got us competing. We're no longer loving one another. We're no longer loving family units, nurturing one another, eating organic food. We're eating crap. We're breathing crap water. We're drinking crap water, breathing whatever's in the air. They got us fighting one another. They're taking all our money. They want our boys going into the mercenary camps, going into the military. They want our girls in the polls. It's just totally insane where they're directing our society. And it's not funny. It's not freedom. It's not freedom. It's not equality. It's not evolution. It's not an expansion of consciousness just to accept these things. Sitting up on your yoga mat, up on a mountain, thinking you're something special, thinking because you don't want to look at what's going on that you're evolving consciously, that you're becoming a more conscious being because you're blocking out any feeling or connection between yourself and all those dead Iraqi girls and all those dead Afghans. You think that's spiritual evolution? You're wrong. It's not. Until we come to terms with this beast system, until we look at it in the face and realize what we're up against, we're going to keep going down the spiral into this hole. Look, you want my opinion on what's going on. That's why you watch a show. And I do believe, unless there is massive shift in consciousness, and what that means is begin to love one another more, not just ignore what's going on. I understand stepping back and worrying about yourself and your own health. And I support people that have chosen to do that. But for myself and for a lot of people that know too much, we're here to try to help the other people that don't have a voice. And the fact of the matter is, unless there's a massive shift in consciousness, unless there's massive earth changes, or unless there's divine intervention, if that's possible, if that's what's coming, we're going to wake up in that microchip population that we all fear and dread. Something's got to give here, folks. Something's got to give. Something's got to give. We cannot stay on this road that we have been on. Or we're going to wind up somewhere it's almost as if we know psychically exactly what's about to take place. Many of you out there that see what I see and know what I know, but don't know perhaps why you know what you know, but you know it. There's something very, very strange about us as humans and our ability to collect data, information, and we have this thing called free will, where we can do something with that information to help other people or to empower our lives and take our lives to another level, or we can use this information about ourselves and what we can do with our body to control people, to enslave people, to manipulate people, to rip people off, to let our greed literally drive our actions. Are you driven by greed or are you driven by love? It's a lot more than just saying it's about fear or love. There's so many different facets, beyond just there's fear, there's greed, there's just pure animalistic rage that is almost a part of what we've been in the past, our cellular memory, our primitive past. It's still within us. It's still within our DNA. Are we able to, as conscious, aware beings, override our darker, lower selves? Or are we going to just give into this beast system and just run around and just be throwing blood at one another, butt naked, having a wild beast killer orgy like they want us, just killing one another, screwing each other like a bunch of animal monkeys. But the most decadent thing I can imagine in my imagination is where they want to take us. When you look at what they're doing to your kids' minds, it's not really that extreme. Look at Hollywood today and ask me, am I really that crazy or out there for mentioning something so absurd of a reality? Look at what's on TV today. Look at all the saws that are out there, just trying to get you constantly focused on a body part being sawed off of somebody's carcass. I mean, you don't think that has an effect on certain people. And look at violent video games today and where that's evolving. I want out of this system. I want to discover what real freedom means. I want to discover what true love really means in a world where a lot of people have been conditioned not to love. I want to know what it's like to build my own home. I want to know what it's like to grow my own food. I want to know what it's like to breathe clean air. I want to know what it's like to drink clean well water. I want to know what it's like to know my neighbors, to have a tribe that's not based on something artificial. Like, hey, this is my MySpace tribe. This is my YouTube tribe. This is my digital tribe. I mean, real friends. I love the support I got on the internet, but most of my support's on the internet. Real friends are in the flesh. They're in the flesh. You can touch them. You can poke them. You can tickle them, I guess.